Welcome to Hand of the Seeker. I'm Jim. Paul's not here. I'm flying solo. He's on a little vacation. Today I want to talk about ghosts. Yeah, ghostly time. All right, so I've been encountering spirits and ghosts for 20 plus years. I saw my first spirit when I was 6 or 7 years old. Do they exist? I'm going to say yes because I've seen several. There's different types of spirits. You have your shadow people. You have your poltergeist situations. You have your changelings and or shapeshifters. You have your good, your naughty spirits. I've never really encountered anything I'd call demonic or evil that harmed me in a physical way. But yeah, they exist. They're out there. Now, can these be psychologically projected? Yes, they can. And yes, they can just traverse their realms and show up for no reason. I think certain people have an ability to see these things more than other people do, hence my case scenario. Sometimes you just hear these things or feel these things or encounter doors slamming and stuff going around a kitchen. Not really frightened by these anymore. The reason I'm putting this out here on this channel is you're dealing with ghost spirits and or the occult. Yes, you can conjure these things up. Yes, they can show up, and you didn't conjure anything up. So yeah, there's both ends of this. So I've channeled a spirit before, which was cool and weird and exhausting. I've had them show up right in my grill, which I don't like those at all. They're just like right up in your shit, man. And those are the weird ones. I don't like those. I've only had a couple of those encounters, and those are usually the staticky kind of spirit, the one that's kind of jumbling around. They usually don't communicate very well at all. You might see a mouth moving, but you ain't hearing nothing. But they're there and they're gone pretty quick. The shadow people I do see probably on a regular basis. When you start getting into ritual magic or ceremonial magic, you're going to see more of these things because you're kind of you're making a rift there between realms. So they're just going to kind of show up and peruse around and investigate. They really don't bother you that much. Yeah, at first it's kind of awkward, um, maybe frightening, depending on what you're dealing with. I've had them physically touch me, which is really creepy. Don't care for that situation. Hope it never happens again. It only happened once. But yeah, if you're dealing with like trance work, they can enter your body and kind of take over for a bit. That was the channeling experience I had. It lasted 45 minutes. That was exhausting and still really cool. But that spirit just left on its own. There was no banishing going on there. It just kind of hung out for a little bit and was just kind of curious and then took off. It was a great experience. But yeah, you can have conversations with these entities, these spirits, these ghosts, whatever you want to call them. And sometimes they'll talk and sometimes they won't. Usually it's more telepathic than it is anything else. If you get into meditation and you can transverse the realms like I can do, that's another encounter you're having with them. But they're not, when you're meditating, you're gone, you're not even here. So that's a total different realm you're on playing around, which is really fascinating and cool, and you can see all kinds of stuff. I had an encounter with Thoth on one of those. That was cool. But yeah, the more you dive into your magical practices, the more you're going to see these things. And the rational mind tries to, figure it out. Don't let it drive you crazy because, you see it, it's real, man. That's the way it is. I can't give you any hard evidence or photographic evidence or any of that stuff, but yeah, it's happened. It does happen. something you need to get used to. You're playing around with magic. You're playing around with the unknown, so all that unknown stuff's going to happen to you. So yeah, I just wanted to put that one out there. So yeah, ghosts and hauntings are real, man. Been there and done that. And it's just spirits. They cross over sometimes, and the more you do your magical operations, the more they're going to show up, man. They're just going to be around you, hanging out. Most of the time, they're just curious. They're not really going to do anything. Um, Sometimes you can get into the door knocking, the door slamming, and all that stuff, but usually you can do a banishing thing and then they just take off, man. They're not going to hang out. So I've never been in a situation where I was just like psychologically being tormented over and over again and I can't get rid of something. That hasn't happened yet, anyway. But yeah, so that's it. You're going to see these things. Get used to them. Don't be too scared because, they're just curious. you know, just like you're curious. It's the same thing. So, yeah, do good works, blessings, and take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time.